Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. So who we're going to chat? We've got AT. That's a re immediately after I even made the stream. Before I even put the name of the stream in, he was there. How you doing there, SunYan? Good to have you, my friend. I'm working at home today. That's a little bit shocking. I can't imagine many people are. Yeah. I like the picture of Godzilla, actually. I think it makes it a little bit easier for people to differentiate which series is which. Indeed. That man would be Godzilla there. How you doing there, Mr. AWMW? This will be the beginning of turn 11, is it? Let's see. Yep, we'll be looking at the beginning of turn 11 here in just a moment. That'll be fun. How you doing there, Racer? Hello there, Justin. Zareth, good to have you. Llama. I like that name. Hello there, Cratch. How you doing, my friend? Stylish Love. Good to have you all. Good to have you. Right. Hello there, ERKK. Hi, Chrome. How you doing, my friend? Oh, it's not as bad as the other night. Bloody hell, when there was about 80-odd people watching, I'm like, oh, hello, 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 hello. I'm like, shit. Oh. Okay, so looking for turn. There we go, 4. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now, we should arrive at Palembang today. Hopefully we have results just as good. Oh, have I got that set? Oh. Huh. That's odd, it should have been working a while ago. That's weird. Hey, Dimension. Jean. Hello, I want to scene. I don't know how to reply to that one. Oh, no chat and view. Just, I'll have to look at it, sorting it out afterwards, actually. Well, we finally been in Raphael. We were here at Raphael yesterday, but I forgot to set the unload. So here we are, Raphael. Oh well. It allows the reinforcements to draw closer. Also allows the response to draw closer, but I don't think it'll be much. So we are taking a few shell hits there then. Yeah, Kotori takes 3 shell hits, so she'll head back to truck to rearm. So to repair, I should say. Kyushu there. 1 shell hit. Right, let me see if I can get this sorted with a viewer chat. I wonder if it's because it's, that's viewer count. There's a chat box. Okay. Right, that should work now. Hopefully. Yep, oh, yeah, oh. Oh, wow. I don't know why it's been like that, but yeah, now it's working. It's definitely working now. There we go. Okay. No, I haven't got V-turn back from THG as of yet. Yeah. I don't know why it's doing that. It seems to be going behind the screen, which is odd. Like behind the other things, which is very bizarre. But there we go. How you doing there, Hanami? Good to have you, my friend. Okay, so we land there. 68 casualties. Right, continue to unload over here at Antimelon. So we'll be interested to see what Dadman gives to us. I'm hoping things will continue to go well. I mean, Moonlight is very low here right now. Right, AVP. We do strike. Excellent. That's good. They're good targets. There we go. Now, MKB is going into Kandari today to rearm. It's not long before we can actually start running torpedoes. We are sending the 3 heavy cruisers down this way. But that's good. At least the subs are doing some good here. She goes down. This is scenario 1. AVD. That'd have been a nice target to hit there. Those AVDs are actually quite nice, quite valuable. No, I think it should be fine. I think it should be fine. I mean, I did it all time. I just, like, hit windows. Right, okay. It would have been good to hit the AVD there, but it'll... not much I can do about it. That's the big one. Belaphon. There we go. Oh, excellent. Yes, we did send the fast submarines down here on full speed, so that's good. At least it's paying off. I don't know. I don't know whether Prince of Wales is in this force over this way, but we'll see. We can see that some of them going this way, which is interesting, so we'll have to follow on that way. How you doing there, Major? Good to have you. Hello there, Timmy. Good to have you, my friend. So we put 2 into the Belaphon. She also goes down there. Yeah. So it looks like some of his forces are actually heading into, well, towards the west, actually. As we'll have to send subs out in that direction as well. As long as we can keep a tab on where he is, we can keep striking. That's a light cruiser there. And we do just... Oh, nice! That's the Rita. Oh, again, 2 torpedoes there. Come on, a third one would be nice. Oh, excellent, excellent. There we go. That's a nice solid target there, so we put 2 torpedoes into a Dutch light cruiser. How you doing there, Ebus? I've been absent a few episodes. Are we still going strong? Yeah. Oh, this is a different game there, Ebus. Different game. There we go. So put 2 torpedoes into the Reuter. That's really nice. Yeah, one of the better ones. And she had a good escort as well. That's not good for him. That's really not good. Oh, she goes down as well. Wow. Ooh, that's not good. Right, well, these submarines are doing well today, aren't they? So that is a Dutch light cruiser taken out. That's really good. Now, we still got a few more subs in that area. Hopefully they do continue to do well. Okay, taking a few more shell hits, aren't we? Those 6-inch guns are not nice. But no more here. That's okay. Yeah, the right is a cut ship. Yeah, Saki indeed. Saki for the captain there. Right, looks like we'll be moving here into the day. Yeah, this game's by far better. Like, I've got a much, much better start. Unbelievably so. But this is it. We've been able to learn. Right, Kyushimaru's taking a few hits there. She takes a single hit. Yeah, it's not great seeing those coastal defensive guns there. But it is Ramal after all. Right, so now, yep, there we go. We're sweeping mines at Hong Kong. That's good to see. There we go. Ideally, we can clear all those mines. Yeah, we'll just know more what we're doing, really. You've got to have the actual experience, really, beforehand. Right, here we go. We're encountering forces over here. Alright, okay. Oh, well, there we go. Now, they are set to absolute, so they will land. That was only a cruiser... Sorry, a coastal mine sweeper. That's a cruiser mine layer. There we go. That's another torpedo there. Oh, excellent news. Our subs are doing really well today. There we go. So we also see a oiler in here. We do see a lot of other ships. Now, we will have MKB heading south. Right. There we go. So we have our escort force. What is this? Is it a cruiser mine layer? Subs are on fire. Right, what have we encountered here, then? It's good to see that we're at Palembang, so we will unload at Palembang today. So it's a cruiser mine layer. That's a nice target. Yeah, he was pulling out there pretty hard. Torpedoes out. Mogami opening up. There we go. See, it would be nice if they actually refrain from using their torpedoes, really. Or even just close them before using the torpedoes. The tans are really nice. Right. Well, we'll be heading out that way shortly anyhow. Yeah, ideally we don't hit any mines. So far, so good. There we go. So speed this up. She's not going to last here, is she? I don't like all the ammunition that's being used, but then again, we do have another free. Yeah, she's took 25 shell hits. Obviously, various calibers there. Okay. Encounter another force over here. So that would be the CMC, I think, that we saw beforehand. I can imagine they're surprised. Yeah, I can imagine they're surprised. Or it might be a different one, actually. She goes down. She takes a torpedo. I do not imagine she would have lasted. But that is Makuma there. Right, refueled there. That's good. So that's easy. MKB that was just refueled there at sea. That's good. It gives us a little bit more legs. Right, still seeing ships leaving the area. Ship's still there. So we will be in this area. So we should be in the Indian Ocean in 2 days, actually, which is going to be good. We'll see. Yeah, plenty of ships there. We'll be able to launch torpedoes from Kendari shortly as well. Allied ships there. Right, Allied ships spotted out there once again. I'm assuming he's spotted the Kidipatai or the mini Kidipatai. Alright, lots of float baines. It's not too long now before the 2nd Division arrives, actually. So I'll have to divvy up the 2nd Division so I can make use of multiple ports in Luzon. Ideally avoid enemy submarines. Okay. So we do see ships over here on the Java Sea, which is intriguing. Okay. As long as we unload our troops, I'll be happy there. There we go, moving into the airstrikes. Yeah, we can take a look. So we are sending in a few zeros here to actually sweep. So we do detect a few buffalo. Diving on buffalo. Yeah, well, we'll have to look towards actually securing a bar early off. It would be nice to try and prevent submarines in that area. I don't really ban people. I've only ever banned somebody once. How you doing there, Alt? Good to have you, my friend. Okay, speed this up. Essentially a bit of a massacre, really. So, that's at least 4 buffalo shot down there. Okay, another K-43 raid coming in here. So we'll look at just 1 buffalo. We are sending in a full Sally raid here at Singapore today. Tomorrow we'll send in another 2 Sallies as well. We do have even more Sallies, it's just trying to get the actual airfield space there, really. So they make it through. And the war's going well today. We've sank a Dutch light cruiser, which was a good one. Hopefully we find Dominion Monarch. Okay, another 3 zeros going in there from the first raid. Nothing detected, so it looks like we'll have a clean strike against Singapore today. Which is good because I need to prevent him from fortifying ASAP, really. Right. I wonder if it's pulled out his air power. Huh, okay. That was a accidental one. But it's gone through, so that's okay. Yeah. Could not believe we didn't get that hit. There we go, there's that big strike. Nice and coordinated as well, so we have 24Ks going in there. Nice big strike. There we go, K-27's escorting 2. Yeah, hitting allied aircraft on the airfields here. Looking great. That's nice. That's a good way to go. Yeah, well, what we mean is essentially don't be talking about the THG game. And then we're fine, really. Well, it's not the size of the bomb. It's actually, the more bombs you have, that actually ends up working out better, really. So we don't cause a lot of damage, but this is it, just a start there. So we do hit some aircraft on the ground as well. Right, so we see some Hudsons approaching our ships over here. Could be rough, but let's hope for the best. Strafing. Okay. 250-pound bomb, that's going to do a lot of damage. Yep, 2 there, so that's probably 1 ship going down there. Oof. Yeah, Ryzan Baru's taking a lot of damage there. Right, okay. So that's going to be a few men down there, but this is what I was talking about with the actual Kopang force, because it's smaller, they're in smaller ships, they're actually more resilient. So that's 52 casualties there, but we have made it over here, so ideally they will unload. We do shoot one of them down. Okay, so a few aircraft coming in here. Unfortunately, we don't have our cover from Sinkwang. We'll have to see if we manage here. Strafing, yeah, 250-pound bomb there. Or, sorry, kilogram bomb. So Yagi Maru taking a big hit there. Noaki. Okay, so not so bad. So Yagi Maru takes a bomb hit. She's not heavily damaged, actually. She's on fire, but she's not too heavily damaged. We lose 3 guns there. So that could have been worse. Yeah, they should have been given the cover from Sinkwang, but it seems like it didn't beat them. Yeah, well, they're going into strafe there. So we do have some K-27s here covering at Kuantan. They're not going to do a whole lot here, but it's useful to try and just drive them off and try and like disrupt the attacks coming in here. But yeah, K-27s are really pretty pathetic. There we go. There we go, elements turning back. But there we go, so they're pathetic, but they force them to turn back, which is what we want there. That's very handy. Right, okay. Air operations phase PM. Still seeing ships there. Right, obviously there's going to be a great deal of ships heading this way, but we saw some ships heading the other way as well. Detecting ships around that area. So still seeing Allied submarines in this area as well. Right. Okay, Rangoon mission cancelled, Johor Bahru cancelled, Loyang cancelled, Changsha cancelled. Okay. More Hudson's coming in. Right, so at least we do have the destroyer here as well. Should have the 3 heavy cruisers here as well. There we go. So that's 2 damaged. So it looks like the escort force has arrived on station then, which is good. A few Hudsons coming in here. Now the Palembang force is really resilient just due to the sheer numbers of ships. Yeah, oh no, it is a pound. 250 pound bomb. Yeah. So some of these ships are going to go down. Still on fire, but not heavy damage. Okay, a few more casualties there. Right. Okay, this is the... Yeah, this is the other division coming in. We shoot one down, one's damaged. Okay, we'll have to give them air cover. God, these these strafes are worrying. Okay, he's actually got some buffaloes over here. So he's going in hard against Kuantan. Yeah. No, it's really impressive just to see how dangerous strafing can be. But we've come out well so far. Okay, they're coming at 6,000 feet. There's not that many ships over here at Kuantan, so that's fine. I was a little bit worried about this over here, because obviously we do have a lot of troops aboard these APs. They absolutely have to be covered by air power. Ah, I'm sorry to hear about that, John. But we'll come through that really well. Yeah, the KR-27s are doing a really good job there. Yeah, Admiral Dadman is a really good player. Genuinely good player. Not that THG isn't, but it's just like Admiral Dadman is by far better than any of us, really. He's had a lot of experience on the game. Okay. Aircraft landing, righto. Still haven't seen the AM, I think it was, in the, yeah, Gibiru goes down, but unfortunately. So some casualties. We don't lose a oh, no, yep, never mind. Raizamaru goes down there at Kopang. But here we go, we're offloading now. So this is it. Yes, we've lost a ship, but the fact is we've got the troops where we need them to be. So we have DMSW-8 over here. I think we had DMSW-8 and we had 2 destroyers. Then I think, no, sorry, 2 DMSs and 2 APDs actually. So at least they did have a little bit of flak. There should be 3 heavy cruisers and 6 destroyers here as well. There we go. So unloading over here at Kopang, that's what we need. Offloading additional troops over here at Mekasa. Or Mekasa. Which is good. Excellent. We'll have our attack over at Mekasa as well. It looks like Kyusuma is going to go down. That's a shame. Well, I don't know actually. She may survive. She's taken a few... she's not too heavily damaged, but she will need repairs. Thank God unloading over here at Palembang. That's what we need. So, I believe we have 3 naval guard units attacking Palembang. There we go. Looks like there are some coastal guns. But yeah. Okay. So we lose 137 on the offloading on the beaches there. So we lose more to the offloading. Right. Hey, Dimesa, good to have you, my friend. Okay. That's gone well then. So the Palembang force, we lost 1 ship, but really everything's gone smooth. So we have our deliberate attack over here at Mersing. Now this is the 33rd Division attacking the 22nd Australian. Now, I think we should be able to manage it today. 418.55. Mersing is ours. Banzai. That's brilliant. That keeps us on track, so we can begin advancing immediately. Excellent. So we capture Mersing there. Suffer 12 casualties. 1 squad disabled. Look at that. We inflict 955 casualties there. So that's really quite a big loss there. 17 destroyed for tonight. Stable 48, 5, 6, 14, 7. Excellent. So it looks like the zeros haven't been on top of... well, haven't been as on the ball today. Okay. So what we need to do then is we'll... Did they retreat? When did they retreat to? They retreated. Did they retreat here or did they retreat there? If they haven't retreated there, that's actually better, but we'll see. Yeah, well, we did a little bit late. We're taking Palembang Island today as well, which is good. So that's going to give us an early position. But yeah, we have another division that is due to arrive tomorrow as well. So we need to make sure we cover that. Yep, Palembang Island is ours. Attacking over here. The retreat to Johor Bahru. That's actually good. That's good. We can march. So 2 days will be north. Another 2 days will be at Johor Bahru, so 4 days until we're at Johor Bahru. But by that time, we'll have a second division arriving as well. It means it's actually going to help us out. So, deliberate attack over here at Megastar. Ideally, it will succeed. It is clear terrain. It's looking good. Hopefully, we do take the base. 17-5. Yes! That's what I needed. Banzai indeed. Fantastic news there. So, Makassar is ours. And Megastar is ours. There's major roads. There's major roads out. So, wow, we destroy 5 139s there. That's really excellent. So 57 casualties for 550 sustained for him. That's good. So that's denying him a base there. That takes us a base, which is brilliant. Very happy about that. So we have our deliberate attack over here at Jesselton. Indeed, a good day all round. Right, Jesselton will fall. Ideally, they surrender. They retreat. There we go, that's Jesselton, so we'll be moving on shortly then. 166 casualties there to the Allies, none to us. So we have our deliberate... Oh, sorry, this is the Allied. Yep, so you can see that we have 3 Naval Guards units. We have AA here as well, which is fantastic. Engineers as well. So, yeah, just a Sumatra garrison that will fall on the first attack there. In China, it's going to be a little bit more complicated, really. We have to decide more. What I'm trying to do is actually steer the China army towards Wankao and the southern areas. I'll go over that one shortly. Right, so we have here... That might be enough to take that. The terrain isn't good at Kopang, so it's probably going to take a little bit more time. Okay, 40 over there with the Lark Battalion. We do have another Naval Guard unit arriving at Rabaul tomorrow. You can see he's defending force, yeah. So it's probably going to take a little bit more at Rabaul. There we go, excellent turn. Excellent turn. Fusan expands to size 5, excellent. Okay, good turn. That's been really good, actually. We took some losses, but we've inflicted more. We have rules as, like, I can't take troops out of China without paying PP. There's not terribly many beyond that, to be honest. I think that might be the only hard rule, really. I do have it on the Discord, actually, pinned. So I'll have to take a look at that. But there's really... Well, there's only that rule, which I can understand. Right, there we go. I'd have to pay to take it out of China. Right, so we are shifting our air power from Manchuria as well. Because I bought out the actual air HQ from Manchuria. We've actually, I didn't realise, but it actually unlocks all the air power in Manchuria, or at least the vast majority of it. So what we're actually doing is shifting that air power then into Japan to actually go ahead and join the training squadrons over there in Japan. So all these aircraft are actually moving into Japan proper, which is not a bad thing actually, because you consider the fact that it gives us a little bit more innate resistance, well, a little bit more capability in Japan in case something comes up, like I do a little raid. Right, let's see. So I did move these guys. So it looks like they've just loaded up today. Oh, they're still loading. There was an actual delay there. How you doing there, JV? Yeah, I know. It was nice to see the delay to go down there. So it looks like they'll be setting off tomorrow. A little bit of a delay there, fortunately, but it is what it is. Okay, so I've got some 50 knotters over here for Limas. Is this force over here, actually, 8 and 19? I'm going to have to check on the... So that one might be far too much for Fusan. I'd have to double check. I'd have to take a look at the track and actually work out on the convoy. So I'll look at that later on, actually. These guys I do intend to actually use to pick up these construction units. So, yeah, the second division is now ready to be loaded, but of course it's going to be loaded on the APs there. So what we'll do then is... These are all the same size. I'm going to get these guys picked up. I can't pick... Yeah, I can only take 4. The reason why I'm sending them on board lemurs is because I want them to be moved out very quickly to the front lines. So, going to be sending more here as well, so it's construction units. But these guys are going to be fantastic, as that will give us the ability to actually start building up airfields out quite some way in the distance, really. I will have to find a decent... I've got a destroyer over here. I'll put a destroyer in there, just give them an escort to work with. Oh, I'd like a coffee as well there, Vulcan. Okay. Question comes down to where do we want to build up first, but I'm going to have them sent towards Raphael initially. Yes, I'm going to aim to try and take New Caledonia. That is going to be the aim there. Have that dispatched, well, home ported towards Kavieng. Now, on the topic of New Caledonia, we have secured Bellep Island today. It's only a tiny unit, there's nothing I can do with it now, so it's just going to be set into rest mode and just trying to survive, really. Yeah, we'll be looking towards the illusions in the near future. But this gives us a nice little people, little beachhead, little toehold out down that way, which is good. So yeah, we are going to need additional naval guard units here. I've got 119, but I think we'll need another one. I could attack with them, but I think I will wait for the third one to arrive here. Now, Kyushu Maru didn't go down, which is good news. Kotori took some damage there. Has she already... Well, we've got Foot Attacker here. Where's Kyushu Maru? Holy shit, she took it better than a cruiser. That's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, it has no ASW weapons, but that's fine. It can still act as an escort. You can remember that, for the most part, having the escorts there is to prevent the submarines thinking, right, okay, there's no actual escort, I'll just go above the waves and start shooting the deck gun. It won't prevent an attack, and I can't punish an attack, but it stops them from using the deck guns. Yeah, there's more supply here. We're unloading, remember. I wish it wasn't as concentrated, of course. I do have Harasaka here to act as escort, just to give us that... well, we have 1,500 supply here in the Hex, which is good news. I could potentially pull that out if I wanted to do so. That would be fine. It's additional supply here. I may have them pull back to Kavieng to avoid the actual coastal defense guns, but we'll decide on that one. So we have 2 cruisers, Tenryu and Tatsuta, moving south of Ondo, which is good. Did the heavy cruisers arrive yet? So Tone and Chikuma have arrived today, so they've unloaded, yeah, they've offloaded the unit here today. Excellent news. So we now have the 24th JNAF engineer unit here. That's good. I'll take a look. It is times to... I mean, I'll capture it with a 3rd Naval Guard. I may wait for the 3rd Naval Guard so I don't squander as much AV on the attack. Palembang will be ours tomorrow, which is excellent news. Let's take a look. Yes, they need that supply to be unloaded, but there's 178 assault value there. I mean, the units that matter have enough supply anyway, so that's absolutely fine. So I can order a general attack tomorrow and we will succeed. Alright, there we go. So deliberate attack tomorrow. Yep. The good news is we have these AA units already offloaded, which is excellent. So we actually do have anti-air capabilities over here to actually help defend us, which is good. How you doing there, Jay? Jijo? That's good to have you, my friend. Yeah, so the Oilers are heading down here to Marie to actually refuel, which is good. So we'll get them refueled up, use the Oilers to keep our forces moving. BLeAcHACiD and the destroyer there. Now, it's still complaining about the lack of supply here at Sinkawang. Can I run drop tanks? I can't believe run drop tanks. That's really irritating. It looks like they didn't have that set though, which is interesting. Okay. Right. It looks like he might have headed this way, actually. Yeah. Potentially so. We did use a lot of our endurance to move down here at such speed, but I think it was worthwhile. And, there we go. So we did see that he was heading this way then, towards Coco's Island and out that way. So that gives us something to work with. Yeah, he's moving west there. Okay. That's fine, though. That gives us something to work with. We know he's heading in this direction, so I can definitely work with that. We did claim a victim, which was good. Okay, what do we see here, then? APs, etc. Yep. Now, the big thing is the MKB rearmed? She is. Fantastic news. There we go. We're all ready to go out there now. Excellent news. Yeah, fully rearmed. Salties as well. She's been refueled. Looking great. So that's excellent news. Excellent news. We should have the escorts rearmed as well, actually. We're moving in here towards Denpasar as well. Now, that one's going to be a very bold move. We are moving at 4 hexes per turn. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, so we'll be here tomorrow. There are ships over here, but they'll probably leave by the time we get there. It is very bold, but I tell you what, I can bring to bear air power now. So let's see, is the air division unloaded? Yes, it is. Excellent news. Yes, we're going to be moving out into the Indian Ocean. We are fully armed now, which is excellent, so we can move out that way. We also do have the heavy cruisers over here, which are fully capable of getting amongst this force over here. What we may do is, in fact, actually split them up into 3 groups and actually have them moved out this way. If anything, it might drive them back, which would be excellent. Yes, the US Navy took no losses because there was no Pearl Harbor. These submarines will be shifting out shortly as well. Let's see, we are beginning the invasion, the second invasion awake. Now, we are fully detected, so he does definitely have ships there. So we are going to go for a bombardment. I think 10,000 yards is okay. I'll have to double check. Can't recall what sort of defensive guns will they have. The Kiddabatai is over here at KOJ, and thankfully they haven't been detected. That's really good news. Yep, so they're over here as well. I moved them here, actually. So they moved from Jalawat to KOJ during the night, which is good. That's nice. Those subs are heading out that way. So that's good, man. So the KB is actually, for the moment, undetected, which gives us something to work with. Yes, there are allied ships over here at Denpasar. These guys are moving slow. I can give them a proper escort force, such as 2 BBs or even more if I so wish to do so. Do you plan to take Midway early this game? No. Midway is going to be a step too far, really. Right, there we go. Okay, it's looking really good. Yeah, I mean, this went absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So let's take a look then. So, there's no airfield damage reported here, but obviously I can really step up the attacks there. He's moved more air power. He's got air power over here at Georgetown. It looks like that raid came from Georgetown, actually. So let's see, the tank regiment. They're on Major Road, actually. Now, they'd move 30... So they're going to have to be in movement mode when they do arrive. Hey, DMSM. It was unfortunate to see no Pearl Harbor, but it wasn't a great deal. It doesn't change that much. It does obviously put us at a disadvantage, but it doesn't change a whole lot of things, really. Okay, these fellows are in position. I could have them potentially move down there, but I imagine Taiping's got more AV than they have. But the good news is that cuts that road there, which is good. These guys have finally moved a hex. Move in movement mode. There we go. How you doing that, Bemin? When do you plan on giving him the decisive blow to secure 1942? Well, we had hoped that would have been around the Marsh Islands. He did hover with 2 American carriers around about this point over here, but it seems he was playing with us, really. So, as to where the American carriers are, I'm not entirely sure. They're probably either at Pearl Harbor or elsewhere at this moment in time. So the main thing for us to do is really to push out the actual search envelope as far as we possibly can. I did take this sub action and have her head south. Looking just around the area just to try and pick up any cues as to what's going on, really. At least with the actual engineers over here at Tulagi, we have a solid base over here at Tulagi now, which is good. Increase the amount of supply. I'm going to build an airfield up over here at Tulagi. A level 1 would be sufficient. Level 2 would be alright. Yes, we will be going west from Mersing. As you can see, we do have the major roads over here. So we'll make very good time. Very, very good time. Right, so they're going to march there. There we go. So 2 days will be here. 2 days will be at Johor Bahru. The 4th Division will arrive tomorrow. And they'll unload even faster as well, due to the fact that we actually have the base here, which is fantastic. Ah, see you later there, John. Jean, I think it's Jean. See you later, my man. There we go. Imagine a Cape Town or US West Coast. Right. So they'll arrive tomorrow. I will obviously make sure we give them additional air cover. That force is heading back. Now, the good news is these heavy cruisers are now freed up. What do we have down here? A single ship there. Right. Well, the excellent thing is we can actually fly our G4s in naval attack mode now. Yep. So he has intelligence over here, so he's going to be aware of that. Oh, I feel sorry for him. So what we're going to do here then is take my alcohol. Try and match them with destroyers if we can. Doesn't particularly matter, but right, there we go, that's my alcohol. Okay. So I'm just going to get them set up and then we'll take a look at their proper settings shortly therefore after. Nachi. I don't regret not bombing Manila's port. Right, there we go. Okay. I could have named them the Three Sisters there, really, actually. Are they all Myokos? Well, obviously that's Myoko. Yeah, I could name them the Three Sisters, actually. That'd be rather amusing. Right, so, if we take a look over here, then, from Kopang to this position currently, that's 12 hexes. The MKB is fully rearmed, which is excellent news. Let's see, support options, so we have the AS over here, which is good. So I can disband her into the port, that gives us submarine rearm capabilities. We have fuel being unloaded into the port, which is good. Suguru could be put into the port directly, or I might have Suguru actually, I don't think I need mines at Kandari. I don't think he's going to be doing what others may do. Right, so they're unloading supply there. Okay. The only worry here is that Kandari actually has no AV at the moment. That is a small worry, I do not lie. I do have the 23rd Air Flotilla moving down that way. I'd like to have 23rd Air Flotilla head directly to Kopang. I will look to set it an additional escort. But we do have a whole bunch of AV moving in here. This is a Legazpi invasion force, or what would have been. That's, let's see. 20th Regiment, 16th Reconnaissance, 9th Infantry Regiment, 16th Engineer. I see later, I see. Yeah, so that's 2 regiments, reconnaissance engineers, which is good. What I'm going to do is also use one of those regiments to finish up this area over here. Take Kalaka, make sure it's ours. I'd like to take control of the space at Watampone, but then again, I don't think I need bother. Okay. So to buy light on the ground. Right, so we've seen 13 fighters here, 44 bombers. 20,000 troops there. We are still seeing ships in dock. I don't have a great deal of detection over Surabaya. Right, I wish we had more detection out that way. But once Palembang falls, then that'll give us additional. Yeah, but that's brilliant. With Fallen Mercing, that means we can march here. So, Singapore's survival is, yeah, measured in days now. I'd say I think we'll be able to manage to take that by... It's going to be interesting, actually. So let's see. So, 20th of December will be here. 22nd of December will be at Johor Bahru. Now, Johor Bahru is jungle. There will be additional AV, but obviously it's going to have suffered. So I'm going to say by the 25th of... So I'm going to say by Christmas Day. We should, on Christmas Day, take Johor Bahru then. That leaves us then 5 days. It's going to take 2 days to march on Singapore itself. Okay. So I will need the 2nd Division at least. I may wait for the Imperial Guard Division as well. So we're going to be looking at march on Singapore really either at the 30th of December or really just into January. But it'll be falling within the next few days really. I'd say within the next 2 weeks. Ideally less. Ideally a little bit. Well, we'll see. Right, let's see. Amphibious. There we go. Oh, so that's, I told it not to unload. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to be using that elsewhere. We have Imperial Guard Division being loaded here. There's currently 5,731 troops aboard. Okay. Yeah. So as soon as they're loaded, they can move south as well. So that'll give us a third division. Okay. Yeah, we're going west. I've already selected west. See, they're already going west. Well, yeah, those major roads are going to be fantastic. My hope is we can start. Well, that's it, to be honest. That's it. I mean, the fact that they retreated to the south is fantastic news. It would have been great had I had an armored unit over here. At least then it could move very quickly, but it doesn't particularly matter. He doesn't look to be moving these forces. I think he knows. But I don't think it was that bothered from the very start, either way, really. It just shows you just how long it takes for troops to march in terrible terrain. I mean, they've been marching on secondary roads and they've only just made it out to Singora. Yet in the time it took them to march from Singora to this hex over here, well, Kuantan fell, Mersing has obviously just fallen. We made it to Georgetown. We would have ideally taken Georgetown, but we didn't have enough AV at the time to take it. We do have additional forces on the way. Right, a mounted gun regiment. Let's get them moving there. I might just march into Georgetown directly due to the fact that we have the major roads there. So, oh hell yes, move to Georgetown. Right. Set to march this unit's objective. Move to Georgetown. I just don't think he's that bothered, really. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't make that much a difference. So we're moving towards Chumphon with the RTA. They'll arrive tomorrow. That's good news, but they're in combat mode. Yeah, well, he tends to have around about 100 AV there. It looked about 80 AV, actually. Might have been due to the disruption and bombardment, perhaps. See you later, John. Have a good one, my friend. So, we managed to... I don't know how much damage we inflicted there. I don't know how it's going to look. Let's see. A lot of guns fired back at Raphael. It did indeed. Let's see. Kopang, Raphael. But that was really good. I mean, to take out 5 aircraft there in Mekazal, that was brilliant news. And to Monan, Belp Island, Mersing. So, that's 17 AV destroyed there. 39. They've obviously suffered quite dramatically there. Yeah, we had a plus for the leaders. That's good. That's good. So obviously our commander, our divisional commander is very good there. Morale experience. Yeah, so he's lost a lot there. 955 casualties. He had 22nd Australian Brigade, 30th Battery. I think that's heavy AA guns. So those AA guns are likely destroyed as well. Because they had to leave them behind due to them retreating. So those guns are most likely gone. They probably lost a good chunk of their artillery as well, perhaps. But it seems like it's probably the AA guns that were lost. Vehicles have been lost. Probably just trucks, really. Was that Yamashita be at that landing? I'll take a look, actually. It might be. Oh, no. Sakurai Shozo. Shozo Shakurai. Yeah, destroying those AAs is very nice. Let's see. We do have better commanders available, but he's still very good. Let's see. Where's Yamashita? He might be already assigned, to be fair. There we go. But yeah, the division's in great shape. Only a little bit of disruption and fatigue there, but that's absolutely fine. They can begin immediately marching. There will be a headquarters move down here. It might be a case of as to whether we need it or not, but we'll see. I do have the headquarters over here at Kotobru. I'm going to be shifting a lot of forces south. I'm moving the actual division south immediately, but yes, we will have to get the headquarters moving south. Give us that a little bit of an edge then. Oh, a headquarters commander. Potentially so, yes. Potentially so. Yeah, it would make sense actually, wouldn't it? Let's see. Yeah, we do have 25th Army, 15th Army. There's Yamashita. Yeah, very good. So we need you. South. I could fly them, actually. You're on reserve, which is not right. 15 Core Army. Okay, they're planning. What I might do is actually fly them south, actually, perhaps. We do have the ability to obviously fly in air spot there. We do have a good chunk of AA over here, however. And that's probably one of the places that actually will matter. So what we got there then? Yes. A lot of 8cm guns. Yeah, so a lot of 80mm guns there. So not bad. Obviously we'll need more, but once we get these guys down here, it'll be good. He had about 81 land. Yeah, let's see. There's this AA over here that is actually due to be moved over to Palembang. So we have a full regiment that'll be moved out shortly as well. What I need to do is actually move the 22nd Air Flotilla from Singkawang to Palembang. So what I might do is actually take the supply that we still have over here. So this troop's still being unloaded over here, okay? Okay, they're still unloading. I'm going to allow them to continue to unload there. No, actually, I could tell them to stop doing that. 23rd. I could take these ships over here that actually do have supply and keep them separate, actually. Yeah, separate them out. There we go. Excellent. Okay. Right, so they can continue to unload. They continue to unload, okay. Got a PB there. Let's disband that for the time being. We do have the light cruiser over here, which is moving in. So that's Kashai. So she can handle 275 troops, 150 cargo capacity. They can carry... I mean, that's actually quite surprising. 75 is not bad at all, really. So we can handle about, what was it, 200 odd, 250, something of that nature. How big is the actual 22nd Air Flotilla? 22nd Air Flotilla is 1260, but I can carry that quite easily. I might fast transport it to get elements over there, really. These guys aren't terribly fast. So they do only move pretty slow. Possibly. I mean, we're not seeing any mines here. Possibly. But then again, he may not... I don't know, actually. It's an interesting one. We definitely destroyed the cruiser mine layer, so that's nice. Anyhow, we'll take a look at the actual ship losses and aircraft losses. Right. So we had a good turn. We obviously lost as well. Yeah, but Raizan Maru was only 2 victory points there. Yagi Maru was only 3. Still useful ships. BLeAcHACiD Thrawn, yeah, she's a nice big ship there, 12. She's a big ship, very big ship. So we know he's heading this way, so we'll obviously have to follow suit. I might have these ships head that way, but with the 3 heavy cruisers and 2 destroyers each, then also the MKB heading this way. We should be able to manage that. Obviously, we'll have good intelligence. I could actually just have these guys head north towards Coco's Island, perhaps, instead. But yeah, taking out the Reuter was really nice. Love that camouflage. Love that. I think that's like a later camouflage, but I don't believe she had that to begin with. The opponent told one. Oh dear. Yeah, but that's a good ship to take out. Like, she has a very respectable amount of AA as well. She's quite maneuverable as well. And she's got okay armor. But yeah. Guns are pretty... Yeah, the guns are actually pretty good. Pretty good, actually. 15cm guns. Yeah, she had 12cm guns, so... Things went well. 2 victory points. Not a great deal, but then again, she could put down a lot of mines. Well, Prince of Orange. And again, yeah. Respectable amount of A there. AVP. Not worth a lot, but they still are useful to take out. It's a shame that we didn't get to hit the AVD. But we should be able to hit that. I mean, this is it. We'll probably move out this way and then have to rearm. But if I can get the actual... Excuse me. Right, you're heading back to refuel. Don't need to do that. What I can do is actually have you head into Kandari. And just disbanding Kandari. I should have had them set home port to Kandari. Otherwise, they would have disbanded in there. Yeah, I just showed them. Yep, I'll show them again. So we lost the Yagi Maru, which is a WITP class, which is only 3 VP. Only carries 140. And the Raizan Maru, which is a Dagon, which is only 2 VP there. So it did well. We'll take a look at the aircraft loss. So he lost 8 Buffaloes today. He lost 5 139s. We lost 2 Sallys. He lost 2 of these CXIs. I think that must be some sort of Dutch. 2 Wildebeests over there to the actual airfield attack. We lost the Ki-27, but those Ki-27s did a really good job. Hudson, Blenheim. So, yeah, that was really good. We didn't lose that much today. If we take a look at then, so today, we had none lost in air to air. He lost 6. 4 destroyed in the airfield, 2 by flak. So we only lost 3 aircraft today to operational losses. The rest, yeah, really good for us. Nice big day for us, really. Very happy about that. Still good over here. Troops are moving south now, which is good. Okay, very successful turn then. I do have the Oscars over here that can move south then, which they will do. The great thing is the fact that in Luzon, he pulled out the bombers. He's got a lot of auxiliaries over here, of course, which he'll probably pull out soon enough. Yeah, he pulled out his bombers, so we pulled out our fighters as well. He's left his fighters there. But I pulled out the actual Zeros. I would pull out more, actually, as well. We'll probably pull out more. But essentially what we're looking at is having 0 capability down here at Kandari now. So as you can see, these guys have got a little bit of fatigue, but they had a day's rest yesterday. They did fly in, but they had a little bit of rest. 20 fatigue there. So that gives us 19 Zeros there, well 20 Zeros here in total to work with to actually escort the G4s, which is great. Yeah, auxiliary recon planes, I know. PBYs. They could even be land transports, but very likely to be PBYs. Okay. So what I'm going to do then is reform these guys. There we go, so I can go naval attack. There we go. Let's see. Oh, okay, some sort of Dutch thing. Fair enough. Right, so let's take a look at the range here. So, to get Kandari's 14. Denpasar. The good thing is that Denpasar can be covered by torpedo aircraft now. So that's 13. So they are within range of the actual torpedoes, which is fine. These are G4s actually, so we have more. We have 17, which is fantastic actually. That's really coming in handy right now. So let's take a look then. Okay, that's 16, that's 17. That's excellent. That's very good. And the good news as well is when I do move the heavy cruisers up this way, that'll give us the actual naval search out that way. We still have the subs over here that can continue chasing. This is probably the most dangerous one. If I can hit those light cruisers, that'd be good. But if I can secure Denpasar, that's excellent. That gives us a base right on the doorstep of Java. Palembang will be secured tomorrow, which will give us an excellent base there. So what we need to do then is begin to immediately move out the 22nd Air Flotilla today. So they will be loaded up today, shipped out, and moved to Palembang as soon as applicable. Well, as soon as able, really. There's a lot of assets over here at Cotobrue that need to be moving down here. Had I known it was going this would have gone this well, then I would have not shipped them all there to Kota. But it's looking good. The majority of the likely regiments, etc., have just been kind of used in this area just to clean this out. So it will still take some time to clear that out. Not long, but it will need to be done. Question is, do I move the rest of these forces? We'll see. It's probably worthwhile doing so just to make sure. We can always pull them back and have them moved into Burma, perhaps. Right, okay, so marching there. So we moved 8 miles towards Tamala. Looks like we're moving 4 miles per day. So that's a real rough road there. I was a little bit surprised. I would have thought we would have moved at the secondary road. Maybe due to fatigue, perhaps? Maybe. Oh well, they're making progress. That unit hasn't yet moved either. Yeah, jungles will be rough. I mean, that's jungle rough over there. But ideally, we'll be able to starve them of supplies. But if we take a look at the situation then, so we do control that Hexi, which is good. Moving up into that way. He controls this, but I'm sending a unit south there. What I need to do is actually grab a headquarters to head down here as well. That'd be great. Gives us that little bit of additional AV potential then. 2 headquarters would be better. That would be good. But I think we'll probably wait until we have... Well, I don't know. We'll get our divisions in place. It might be... Because whichever division does cross the causeway is going to take a lot of firepower. But then again, he does not have all the troops that he would normally have there. mean, that's a good, that could be like a good 300 or 400 AV that's not going to make it to Singapore now. And that is something to be aware of as well. I've got to make sure I can actually hold this, so we do have to worry about British forces moving south. So a regiment perhaps would be nice to actually have there. However, it is jungle. Okay, it's jungle, so that's good. To secure Malacca would be good as well, so it'd be nice to bring like a regiment down here, or just whatever I can. Secure Malacca, and then I could in fact just march north. The only issue is that these are bloody awful roads, so Kuala Lumpur is actually better to march on down from the north than to march from south north. Sorry, to march south and to go north is what I meant there. But yeah, so over here to Medan. Medan's going to be next. It's going to be coming up next, really. What we'll do then is I could take the forces that do move over here to Georgetown. If I could actually get the actual assets out that way, i.e. transport assets, I can have them loaded up at Georgetown and then shifted over here to Medan. Or we could have them loaded up at Cotopaxi and move around. But it's more... it depends, really. Depends. I could potentially use barges, perhaps. I'd have to take a look at that, but barges are very expensive in terms of supply, really, for that sort of thing. We'll see. If I can control the air, well, the air, the skies, and we're alright. Dominion made it out, son of a bitch. 1910 there. Right. Yep. So in China, what I'm doing here, then, is marching a few divisions. So, the 34th, the 13th, and the 3rd Division. Right, you're moving to Nanchang. You should have been in combat mode, so you should be in movement mode as well, actually. Right, so they're marching there. So I'm moving 4 divisions down here towards Nanchang. Yeah, I know, right. I know, right. And didn't we have a hit, but it didn't explode? Right, let's complain about lack of garrison over here, because obviously we took out the division there. I can manage that shortly, really, but I can afford to lose a little bit of a little bit of VP over here for a while. Not particularly, but obviously I'll move something in shortly. 21st Division is there, so it's going to take them a little while to arrive, but they will be arriving later on in January. I'm going to imagine January, perhaps? It's going to take a while, but likely late December or January, really. Right, second, no. You need some more fuel there. There's 2nd Division, okay. So 2nd Division's on the way. Okay. And the good news is there's not any bombers here at Luzon, so I don't really have to worry too much. But even fighters can still strafe, so that's something to bear in mind. Now, let's see. I could have them unload directly at Apari to actually give us additional forces there. It would take them a couple days to land down that way. We did secure Antamonan, which is good news. Okay. Still forces there, still subs over there. Right, to Antamonan, there's 1,000 tons there. Supply. Looks like they refueled over here, actually. Indeed they did. Indeed they did. Okay. It is tempting to actually take these APDs down here, actually. Perhaps. So Sasebo. Or Sasebo. So Sasebo. Yeah, Sasebo. Right, so it looks like we have to march over here then directly first, so we'll march north. Clear terrain, so we'll do well there. Secondary there, then major. So that's good. Once we get past this base over here, then it's all major. Hey, didn't I, Brandon? Good to have you, my friend. That's good. That's good. Right. I do have another unit over here, actually. 66 Naval Guard. Alright, so others are over here at 148, so yeah, they're heading into Ramal. It really annoys me that we have units that are so split up. It's like, it's infuriating. Okay. Let's take a look then. It's over here at Talagi. The good news is with additional aviation support, we can look after them significantly better. And that's a lot of aviation support there, so that's going to help to look after them. We aren't seeing anything which is intriguing, though. That is intriguing. Right, signal intelligence. Heavy volume of radio transmission detected at Pearl, so something's obviously going on at Pearl then, or just arrived at Pearl. Something's probably going on there. Radio transmission detected at 8247, 8643, 8353. It's in a very small area, so where's 82? $47. So that's in China. Yeah. Yeah, there's most likely something going on there at Pearl. Maybe the car's moving out. Perhaps. So 8247. 8247. Okay, so it looks like he's marching his men into Aichang, perhaps. And then he'll probably march them out elsewhere. So he is moving forces in China, then. Makes a lot of sense there. Hey, Domenico. Right, so that force has arrived. I'm not going to attack that again until I can actually do something about it, really. I want to try and just force it to surrender immediately. Alright, okay. So, 32nd Division over here. Right. They can march down this way. Whoops. Just a bit of blue tack. That is... Oh god, it's secondary roads. Okay, never mind that. No, sir. So they're marching down that way. 15th JNAF. Okay, the Kwantong army has arrived. Right. Just put everybody into ops mode. Combat. Have them unload there. So that's 3500 AV. Maybe some additional forces to arrive, but I doubt that. But that gives us a good solid amount of AV to work with there. What I'm essentially going to be looking towards doing then is using the Kwantong army, target this area, then I'm going to use the China area army to try and deal with this. I'm sending in about 5 or so divisions. Yeah, there's 4 divisions this way, 5 divisions there, 5th division over here. And I'm going to use those divisions to take control of these these road hexes like this. I'm going to essentially try and just separate this area over here from southern China. Maybe potentially march south and towards Kukong. There's still mines over here at Hong Kong, but we are dealing with them. So it's good to see that DMSs actually do work like that, so that's excellent news. So we've cleared a good number of mines there. Now, let's see. That was a good day. Lots of sightings there. Why does it not tell me about the mine clearance? I guess it might be just something that is shown. Oh well. Transporting supplies to Kuantan. So that unit has been entirely moved over, which is good. And what I might do then is actually try to divert... Yeah, what I could do is actually take the transports from Kamran Bay, have them sent to Singkawang, and have those forces drop the 22nd Air Floater in directly then, which is something to take into consideration. That's something we do. Yeah, could do. Right, let's see. Yeah, the DMS is made in here. Looks like there is no mines. Yumari took a lot of damage there, but she'll soon be able to rest. Alright. So just remain on stage and continue to unload your cargo. There's still a few men aboard here. Still 851 men aboard. That's okay. And we are likely to come under air attack again, but at least we have our assets in the area now to actually defend against that. But yeah, Palembang will fall tomorrow. That one is pretty much without doubt, which will give us an excellent, excellent base to work with. So what we need to do then is actually get our forces moving. Let's take a look then. So if I use amphibious, these guys are so fast, so fast. Construction brigade. I mean, ideally, I'm gonna need that at likely Palembang, perhaps. How many men do they have aboard? 936. So it's going to take them a little bit of time to unload, but that gives me something that I can move assets with very quickly. I could use that to move the 22nd inbound, no problem. No questions asked. It's 9 hexes away. Like, they could do it in a single day, really, if I put them at full speed. That's Oyo. Yeah, she needs to be converted. Let's take a look at what we do have and speed-wise. So these are 12 knotters. Okay. Knotter there, unloading. I'm going to allow them to continue to unload, so then I can move these assets out elsewhere. I don't want to like move them out piecemeal. I do have the 124th Regiment, which we'll make use of. It might be that we use the 124th Regiment to secure Oosthaven. Should be significantly easier to do so. We do have to bear in mind all these aircraft down here at Batavia. That's one to bear in mind. That's a lot of AV there. Yeah, a lot of aviation support, sorry. 213, so we are good to go here. 92 engineers. I'm not going to build the airfield here this time. Right, well, let's see what we can do here then. Right, there we go. I will need an actual escort. What I can do then is, let's see, 278, 172. Right, there we go. In fairness, I could just take that, but let's see. So I'm probably 11 knotter and that's going to lower my speed. So we're moving at 3, sorry. So we'd move 6 hexes per turn, so it'd take us 2 days to arrive at Palembang. Which I can live with that. 2 days is not bad. Sooner would be better. But that's not bad. I don't have the base, so I can't. I could potentially move in transport assets to Singkawang, but then it's one of those of, if I do so, I'm already going to have troops being loaded. So it's not too bad. And we'll get 22nd Regiment moving out. I could obviously carry more as well, that's something to bear in mind. So I could take the AA regiments. So we'll take the AA. Is that the AA regiment? No, that's construction. I could carry some coys as well if I so wish to do so. But I'm going to have those coys made available, so that should be spread out elsewhere. But we'll see. 18th GNF. I want to get it loaded up pretty quick as well. These are not that much in the way of troops and more cargo. I mean, that 23rd Air Regiment is pretty damn big there. Good deal of actual guns. So I'm going to go with that. Troop load only. I could carry more, but I'm going to have these guys sent elsewhere. Now, maybe the construction units. Let's take a look. Ah, there we go. 2 ships over there, so we can actually coordinate on them. That's looking good. Okay. The other good thing as well is when we do move MKB out this way, we could potentially then... it depends really on how far we want to go. I could then potentially bring it back up this way. We'll see. It might be wise to bring them into the Indian Ocean. There's really nothing that he can do about that. Yeah. Question is, how quickly can he move away from us? Where would he be heading though? That's the question. He could be heading towards Cape Town. Now, Coco's Island does have a port, okay. He's likely heading either to Cape Town. He It'll likely be in this area here. We'll take Coco's Island as reference. So that is... I can't do it directly there, but we'll take that hex. So that's 46 hexes out from Coco's. So, we should be able to manage that. He's not going to have a great deal of assets that are going to move that fast. I do obviously need to shadow him with subs. As far out as we can, really. Right, your home port is going to be instead Mekasar. Right, that's too much beyond them. So, moving them at full speed obviously did push them very, very hard. Looks like the chase is going to be up to these guys for the most part. What I could do is take these subs over here actually and have them move down that way. Right. Not saying he's heading to Coco's Island, I'm just trying to say, I'd have to look in the replay whereabouts he was. I think it was around about that point there. Yeah, Coco's Island would be very nice for that sort of thing there, really. It would be excellent to take. We'll consider doing that in the short future to come, really. Short term. Would be a very nice little base there to make use of for some float planes. We do have the coins to move it. I'd have to take a look if there's even anything there. Right, I'm going to take Coco's Island as something of a reference point. Now, I don't know, would he move to... But he could move to Cape Town. Or he could move to Colombo. Do you enter in that way? So I don't know how the off-map works, to be honest. So I don't know. I think you might have to move there, I guess. Looks like it, anyway. Right, so let's see. So that would be that way. So what we can do then is we can get some subs to actually patrol that area. And then we'll take another one that way. Well, this is it. We will be looking into the Indian Ocean, really. There's not going to be very much to stop us in the near future. Obviously, we can't get cocky, but we'll take a look at actual legitimate gains that could be made. Yeah, there you go, Garcia would obviously give us ideas of what was over here, really. Right. And I would like to conquer Ceylon as a good jumping off point there. But we'll see. Can't run before we can walk, really. Right. The TIE Pulse is moving out, which is good news. So we'll have the 21st Division able to support the Royal Thai Army as well in a good few days. By that point, we'll have secured Mulmien, something like that. Mulmien. So we'll secure that base, and we can march ideally across the river. The question is really, where's he going to make a stand? He will make a stand here somewhere. At least, it's really about this hex. If I can take that hex, then that's good. He does have a river here, but it's still clear terrain, so clear terrain's not too bad. There's about 16,000 men there at this moment in time. I need a air headquarters, and I'll probably have it moved out to Bangkok and then fly it over here to one of these bases, perhaps. The paratroopers should be on their way down shortly. Right, they're heading in there. Put that torpedo boat in there. Right, they have 11 hexes to go. They're moving 6 per turn. So it's going to take them a second day to arrive there. Ideally at that point we'll have cleared the mines at Hong Kong. They're moving out. So that is going to give us a lot of capacity. Yep. That is probably enough capacity to move the 38th Division out, which is good. And they are quick as well. So we're moving at 15, so sorry, 13 crews there. So 6 hexes per day. Down there to my Sing, so we'll divide 37 by 6, sorry. Or even if we move them full speed, but I don't think we have to particularly do that. So let's see then. So 37 divided by 6. So that's about 6-ish turns, maybe about 7 turns proper, 6 or 7 turns proper. So it won't take long to get the 38th loaded. I imagine we might get the 38th Division loaded in a single day, considering this is a port size 8. I kind of wish I'd actually told these guys to go in here to pick them up and they would have immediately begun loading there. But, c'est la vie. Yeah, but it won't take long. It will not take long. What I'll probably do then is take these heavy cruisers over here, actually, and have them dispatched to escort the 4th Division in. It's better to be safe than sorry, really. There's still ships over here. We are seeing some AK, some AP, supposedly. Aye. Right, let's take a look. Okay. K-27s. So what was he actually trying to strafe down here to Kuantan? Yeah, I was just trying to get the supply there that's currently there. Or he might have been trying to hit something else as it was moving. But we have now, obviously, a good deal of engineers now. So that's 4 coys of engineers. Which is only 15 engineers, which is not a lot. But it gives us the ability to begin repairing the airfield, which we are doing so. Should be good. I can actually move additional forces down here if I so wish to do so, which is excellent news. I could move Zeros down there to Kuantan, because a little bit more range, but I could even just move them to Sinkwang, really. Sinkwang's going to give us what we need there. Okay. It's not going to be long before we actually do take the torpedoes and move them north. I am very tempted to, in fact, do so. Yep, it might be worthwhile to actually move the 3rd Air Division north to Bangkok now. There are ships in here, but I'll soon have torpedo capability out from Palembang. I've got it from Singkawang. I could potentially port strike Singkawang. Sorry, I could potentially port strike Singapore, but I don't think it's worthwhile considering the amount of stuff there. I think it might be worthwhile to potentially move that Air HQ north. I could potentially move it to Singapore to give us that there, but I think it's better to actually look at hitting Rangoon first and foremost. What do you guys think? I mean, obviously it does mean that we wouldn't be able to use torpedoes in Malaya, but obviously I'll be able to have torpedo capability out from Palembang. The question comes down to, will he even know about that? He's going to have to suspect the fact that we have torpedoes here, which we also do, we've demonstrated so. I think we'll get it moving. It means I can then begin to strike at Rangoon then. So I'll be able to move some Zeros or some KN-43s to the north then. And yeah, begin to subjugate Rangoon, ready for its conquest in the near future, in fact. So I could move that to Bangkok. I think Bangkok's for the best. Yeah, once they leave Singapore, then it's a hell of a lot better, really. There's an air flotilla. The 22nd flotilla will move from Singkawang to Palembang. Yeah, so we'll move the air HQ over here to Bangkok. Yeah, no, I agree there. So it's going to take a few days to arrive in the north. So, best case scenario is he doesn't evacuate the remaining assets over here yet, and it gives us that time to get to Bangkok. But if I can destroy the air power here, then we can still use bombs. There's no reason as to not, really. Yeah. You mean at Kota? So we don't have one over here at Saigon. Saigon's actually been really scrape clean. There's still elements of it over here, actually. Might be just easy to march in, then move it to Bangkok. I could just take a few ships there. I'll just have it march. To take Well, that's too... Yeah. Maybe a ship then. Ah, fuck it. I'll just march it. Just march it. And then I can get on the rail lines, move to Bangkok. There's no problem there. I don't need this element of it because I've still got the majority over here that allows us to use torpedoes. Can I still use torpedoes where that's... yep, so it's still showing them capable of using torpedoes, which is excellent news. So we might have another day then of torpedo capability. They will be loaded on board the trains tomorrow, then we'll use that. That's fine. Okay. Right. Okay, 20 is. What I'm going to do then is move... Rebuild that. They can move to Kuantan. Okay, that BB force is handy. What I'll do then is have them escort. It's very risky, but I do have zeros that can cover this force. So they can follow that task force there, 1 and 4. There we go. Right. So you're unloaded supply there, so I can dock you, which is excellent news. In fact, I'll have you docked to then have your 2 patrol boats act as ASW. There we go. I will move air power to Rangoon shortly, really. Not yet, but shortly. A little bit of fuel here, which is not a lot, but at least it is something. Something to work with, anyway. Right, home port. There we go. So get that supply moved in there. 5th Air Division still unloading. How many men are aboard there? Oh, it's just equipment. Okay. Oilers over here. That's excellent. The fact that we actually have an oiler here already is good news. I'm going to tell it to not unload yet, which you are not doing, which is good. I will have you disbanded, however. I don't think I need bother with mining Kendari, to be honest. I could. I don't think I need to. No. I don't have an AACM anyway, so I don't think it's worthwhile doing so. They deteriorate quite quickly. Yes, we do have a variable so we do have a variable arrival of ships, yes. Ship availability. Okay. So Shoho is due to arrive in 38 days. I believe Yunyo actually arrives sooner. But I think a lot of the other ships actually arrived later. We did. Well, not so much terrorized. It was more of a pain. 28th of May. I don't know what the actual historical arrival dates are, what the actual normal arrival dates are, so I can't really compare them too much. If I have a smaller cruiser mine layer, perhaps. Hey there, Sean. Good to have you, my friend. Right, is Fuso and Yamashiro rearmed? Yes, they are. Excellent news. Ah, there we go. That's good. How about Nagato? Right, you have not been rearmed. Issei has not been rearmed. So I might be able to have Issei and etc. rearmed. We sank the light cruiser De Ruyter with 2 torpedoes off the coast of Denpasar, I do believe. I believe it was off the coast there. We sank BLeAcHACiD, which was an 8K. around this point here. His ships have actually headed this way, which is intriguing. We landed at Palembang with 1 ship lost, only a few men lost. We landed at Kopang with 1 ship lost. We won Mersing today, so we're marching here tomorrow. Sank a good number. Well, yeah. Destroyed a few of his aircraft. We took Makassar. Took Andamonan, which is excellent. And yeah, got the assets in there. I'll show you combat reports, that makes things a bit easy. Landed Rabal. Yeah, very good turn. Very good turn. Sank the AVP Volk. Missed the AVD, unfortunately. Yeah, 2 into the Bellerophon. 2 into the Reuter. That was really good done, though. That was really well done, sorry. Very nice. Kyushimaru and... yeah. Light Cruiser took a hit down that way. I shall be back in just a moment as well, guys. I'm going to go grab a coffee from downstairs. So 2 Sakarunis. Let me find the right image. Is that image? Yeah, that's that image. I'm back in a minute. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh shit, it's Carl. How you doing there, Carl? Alright, let me just take a quick look at take a quick gander at things. Okay. I like the Mr. Burns, excellent. That's cool. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so we cleared 82 mines there. And there we go, so it's listed in combat. So we cleared 82 mines at Hong Kong, that's good. So yeah, there we go. So at least we can actually see how it works. It seems like they might have to actually remain in position for a day before they start doing so. That's still my promise. Oh dear. I don't know what that means though, Sean. Right, so I don't have that much longer here for stream today, so we'll try and get as much done here. Then it might even be a second stream or just a summary stream. I like to try and get the 10 off in a day just so we can get it back then. No, but it went really well. Went really well. So what we'll do then is we'll get the practical done here. So let's take a look. So we have refueled this force, which is excellent. Ideally, it doesn't die. So, don't be giving things away. Okay, So we're 6 hexes out over here, so I do need to move at full speed during the actual night to actually arrive in position tomorrow, which is fine. So we will arrive then. Let's see. Still during the daytime, but we will arrive tomorrow. That's all we need there. So with the Fall immersing, that opens up the road there. So 2 days march. God, it's going to be brilliant. So I need to give this force a lot of air cover. That's what we need to do. I think what I might do then is, we do have the Armada detachment over here. Where's the other KUS? Third KUS is over here, isn't it? So third KOS is at Singkawang. Okay, cool. What I'm thinking about doing here then is I can take the third KOS and actually have them move down to Singkawang. I can leave the 18 or so zeros here. They can continue to to sweep Singapore if needed. I don't know actually. I don't know if he's actually going to move more air power back in there. He may do, but he's obviously running a little bit lower on air power now. Okay. Yeah. Well, just think of it this way, my god. If I had the experience now, imagine if I had the experience I have now when we started the THG game, things would have been vastly different. But this is it, you have to really play a game to understand how things really work. Right, what I'm going to do then is actually send you, let's see, 22, maybe. I'm considering moving the third... Well, actually, what I might do then is just have that one remaining position, move the third KUS over that way. That gives us more zeros down that way, so it gives me zeros I can then cover Palembang with. I'm going to... God, I can't speak today. I'm going to move the third KUS. Move it to Singkawang. Ideally, none of them remain over here to cut to blue, otherwise it's going to make things... Ah, fuck's sake. Yeah, one of them remains there. I'm going to have to wait for them to be repaired before I can reform the division. So the squadron, if ever I wish to do so. Right, there we go. Let's take a look at this bad boy. So, one remaining over here then. How long until you're actually fixed up and ready to go? That's a lot of fatigue there. You'll be ready tomorrow. Right, so your Armada detachment is going to stay here then. Now, the question is, do I continue to sweep Singapore? I don't think there's a reason as to not. He could move in fighters during the turn. We do want to make sure that we can actually cover it. We do have these bad boys over here. I could have them set to sweep, perhaps. Mine stockpile, yeah, sure. Is it in this one, or is it in the other one? It's in this one, okay. Whip pools. Right. I think the Type 88s are the submarine mines. I think. Can't remember which one's which, actually. Or it might be the Type 93. Forget which it is. But we have 77 Type 4s, we have 226 Type 88s, and we have 22 Type 93s. Actually, that's not counting all the mines that we all have already on board ships. So I produced 22 this month, 26, 62, okay. Yeah, take a drink. Sometimes I get like... There's like so many things I want to say at once, there's so many things I want to do at once, I can't get it out. Oh dear. There we go. I tell you what, the weather outside is absolutely glorious. I've got a new bike on order, and the funny thing is, like, it seems almost impossible to get hold of a bike in the UK at the moment. But I found, like, a shop down south to order it from. And they're like, there's a mini email saying, oh no, your bike's out of stock. And I'm like, oh no. But they're like, oh, we're going to give you a better bike for the same price. I'm like, yay. Good thing is it's in black and orange. I like black and orange more than black and yellow. 88 is a submarine. I thought it was. There we go. That's a little bit of story there. A little bit of story from my life. Okay, let's take a look at these guys out here, then. So I can't reform third KUS, I imagine. So my model, there we go. No, I can't reform them. Yeah, that's good to know. We'll have to figure out where we want to lay more mines, really. Yeah, black and orange is definitely better. Definitely better. Right. So 27... I need to take a look at the fatigue over here. So let's go ahead and take a look at fighters only. 27, 14. 14 is our winning number today. Ah, there we go. So I'm going to have you escort in the 4th Division from the south. There we go. Make that 100% there. Bring it down low. He was going in for the strafe, so I'm going to go for about 5,000. Blank and blank first. How you did that, Norbert. Right, I'm going to take my ships over here. So we have Isuzu. Hex south of Rangoon is the entrance of the Rangoon. It's a river, almost guaranteed. Yeah, most likely. Most likely. I'm not going to naval invade Rangoon anyway, so we'll deal with that in the near future. But obviously that's something to bear in mind. We're getting DMSs over there. Okay. You need to head elsewhere. What I'm going to do actually is have you sent out over there. Or do I want to actually do that to move that? I don't think I really want to do that. There's an AA unit over here, however, I'd like to get moving. Why are they all in combat mode? Oh, they were in combat mode, obviously, for the aircraft that's still here, aren't they? Okay. Well, we'll solve this out in a second. Right, okay, so obviously that is freeing up some load there. Right, Sally's good, can move that out, so that needs to move to Camran. Reunite with its squadron then at Camran Bay. Right, takes us down again. Okay. What I could do here is actually have the Ki-43-1As actually run escort over the base, which is behind the Ki-27. So what I'm going to do then is actually move the Ki-27 south then to Kuantan. I'm freeing up room over here at Kotabaru so I can actually move in more bombers, really. Right, let's see. So, 6 of 8. Obviously still over the number there, but that's not too bad. These guys, they're running escort, but I could have them... What I'm going to do is actually take them off Singapore. I'm going to have them placed on a 30% escort, sorry, 30% cap. Run that down at 8,000 feet. Give them the drop tanks, run them at 12. There we go. So that gives us cap over Kotabaru. It also means that the G3s can continue to run naval attack if we need it, which we will need it. So that's good to have. Now, that's given us a cap over there. It's freed up those assets. These assets down here can actually escort in. Oh, is that a separate squadron? It is the 11th Centaur. Okay. Well, either way, it doesn't make much difference. So, these guys. So I'll Ki-27s to do the same. That gives us more over here now to work with, which is excellent. What I'm going to do is actually have them flown at a lower altitude if needs be. I bet that's why they probably did well, is obviously because they were at that altitude. Actually, I still need to keep them at 17,000, don't I? Oh, and I could have this unit just run exclusively cap at this base if needs be. But then again, it's one of those of like, why? I tell you what, actually, they've still got a decent amount of range. 22 there's not bad. What I'll do then is run them about 8,000. And we can have them actually run as a long-range cap over 169 as well. Also, they're out of range, but that's something. They'll be drawn in close, and then it gives us additional cap there. I could actually potentially use the Ki-43-1Bs for that. We're going to have the Ki-43-1Bs run. How you doing, man, Gamer? Good to have you, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh. What I could do is actually take the... Yeah, what we're going to do is instead then, these guys can actually do the same as the other Zeros. Sorry, as the other Ki-27s. So for them to do the same there. Escort over Singapore. These guys, I'm going to split... No, I can't split it, but hey. What I'm going to do then is have this run the long-range cap, 100%. We'll run these guys down at... I'd like to split it up, but I can't. But I'm going to run them about 8,000 then. We'll run a little bit of rest there. It's an entire squadron dedicated to looking after this guy over here. So that's pretty good. So they've got the range to do that. So that's excellent then. That does free up Zeros on perhaps as well. Not bad. New bike on the way. Can't wait. Oh, I've also, I found a place to buy like 2 Leviathan Dreadnoughts for cheap. So I've got like 2 Leviathan Dreadnoughts coming cheap, which I can't wait for. I'm going to be starting a Warhammer 40k Force. I just need to decide with Legion. I'm either lean towards Word Bearers or Death Guard. Managed to find shield captains on Dawn Eagle jet bikes are weirdly cheap as well. Dawn Eagle jet bikes. So I've ordered 3 for my little brother, but I got cheap. So he's gonna play Custodes and Primaris in 40k, but he's gonna play Custodes in 30k, and then I'm gonna get my shit kicked in really by him in 30k. So I'm gonna have to just go with loads of just ridiculous Leviathans. There you go. There you go. I'll give you like little bits of like personal stuff every now and then. Remind you I'm in fact human. Okay, Nagasutsuki could do with being refueled there. Chokai is looking excellent, so what we're going to do then is have Chokai follow this force in. Now the question is, I may... No, we can do that. Follow that in. No reason as to not to Cow. Or to KO. Right, there we go. Well, this is it, you'll never know. The good news is when we do secure Singapore, we're going to have access to a lot of fuel and supply there. So that's going to help to alleviate all the issues here. Right, so I set them to follow 169. This task force is heading back to Saigon. What I'm going to do then is take these actual light cruisers and have them dispatched elsewhere. The torpedo boat can act as escort, but these light cruisers are very handy. It seems the stream is buffering right now, which is less than great. Let's see then. Fast transport would be excellent. I'll put them on service combat for now. Okay, Oi, Kiso, Tama, Isuzu. I really have to consciously think, do not say Pazuzu. It's not that film. Right, so we'll move them over there to Kota. Looks like stream's no longer buffering, that's good. Yeah, stream was buffering, it was buffering. So they can move into Kota. Do I have any fuel at Kota? Yeah, we back. We back, blood. Yeah, it was fine. It's fine. It just seems like it was a little bit buffering there. Nagasutsuki. Let's see. Pull you in there. You're going to head back to Kota. You can refuel at Kota. Right, that is Maya on her own then. What I can do is actually fold her in then with another force. So, I've also started watching a new anime. I started reading it as well. Tower of God's actually pretty decent. Enjoying it so far. So looking for 156. 156, Yamagumo. There we go. As we fold Maya in there with Chokai. Which is fine. They're all following 169. Right, their home ports are a little bit over, all over actually. That's a shitload of fuel at Kuantan. Where the fuck did that come from? Well, Icy can suck a dick. Ah, dear. I love you, Icy. You goddamn weep. Oh, that made me laugh. I can't believe the amount of fuel that we actually have at Kuantan. That's incredible there. Right, you're currently falling at this moment in time. You are as well, but you don't have a lot of fuel there. What I'm going to have these guys do is actually head to Marie to refuel. I could do it Kuantan, actually. In fact, we'll go to Kuantan. You could still follow him in at this point here, then refuel Kuantan. Just something to bear in mind. In fairness, what I can do is actually fold them in here. I will have proper service escorts coming in. So they're moving in at full, which is the problem there. I might have V2 destroyers over here. Head to Kuantan. Refuel. I think I'm going to need to. They can act as an ASW escort. For that small time. Right, go refuel at Kuantan. I'm going to need you. Right, okay. Yeah, so we need to organise air cover over the Palembang force. So let's take a look then. So fighters, you're running over 249, which is obviously Palembang. Oh, I can't run drop tanks. Oh, that's why we didn't have air cover then, isn't it? Oh, I can't run air cover over Palembang then right now. Okay, well that's a little bit worrying. That is indeed worrying. No, it's, we just, they're complaining about lack of supply. That's the problem. It's a level 3 airfield, actually, so it's not that it's too small, it's just their lack of supply, they say. It's not great, but for the most part, we have all the troops ashore, so it doesn't particularly matter. We can take casualties, we can take loss. Right, Kandaris 23. I'm going to move that squadron. Oh, I can't move it because they don't... God damn, it's just a little bit too far. God damn. Right, well, what I'm going to do... Kind of annoying. I'll give escort them, and perhaps I could potentially double sweep over here. Yeah, I mean, Singapore's just barely in range. We'll cover the convoy there, then. Make sure we get that. What I'm going to do then with the 3rd KUS... Actually, what we'll do... Right, I'll tell you what. Rest. For now. Dainan. In fact, no, you can rest. 14. There we go. Then a little bit of cap from these guys, if needed. Question is it needed? So I could move something else in here, really. I've got this character 27s. I can divide the unit. I'll run a little bit of cap. It's always a good idea to have at least some cap being run. So I'll run about 20%, well, just 10% of 2 squadrons. Right, okay. So that's going to give the 3rd KUS squadron a good chance of rest there, which is excellent. I could do with some more reserves in there. We've had a luxury of more zeros, which is fantastic. Yeah, we're at 5,600. Do you think that would be enough? But apparently not. Apparently not. We still have 8,377 to unload from that task force. They're loading up. No, this is another one, isn't it? So they're unloading. Yeah, 16,000 there. They're still trash. Bring it! Okay. Ah, right. So we are loading this. Okay. They can head out then to Palembang. I could move them full speed, but what I'll do then is I'll move them 1 day at cruise and then move them... Well, I don't even need to do that. I could just move 2 days at cruise. It makes no odds, actually. As we'll have them move out. Absolute. What I can do is then actually give them a escort with this force over here. Which is not a bad idea. At least then that is something they can work with. Though the DMSs I could move into Palembang now. Just in case, perhaps. So, minesweeping. DMSs can move over there. We'll see. Right, you can be a surface force then, absolute, there we go. follow. Is it 172? I don't even know which one it is. No, it's 481 that I need to follow in. Right, follow 481. Right, what I am going to do then is, in fact, going to reconsider this. Okay. So I do have G4s there. You got G3s. What I'm going to do then is run the G3s. They can use torpedoes right now, so I'm going to allow us to... I'm going to make use of that. What I'm going to do then is bring this range down. So they're going to run 9 hexes. The reason for that then is it means from Sinkawang we'll be able to run an escorted force out there from Sinkawang with torpedoes. While the... I don't know, it depends really. Potentially during the turn they may lose the torpedo capability. But if they have it, that's fine. But that's 8 hexes down there. And that's 10 hexes. But it just ensures security in this area over here, really. I am tempted to move the heavy cruisers down this way. I could take one of them and head down this way, perhaps. But we'll see. I want to make sure that this division gets in there. These guys will not likely move out tomorrow anyway. But that's fine. It might be worthwhile to move the supply... well, the transport's in there, perhaps. Okay, additional AA there, tanks, and etc. Okay, they're kind of a division there. Sorry, a regiment, I should say. They need to head to... Kota. I'm not talking about the class. Oh my god. I'm not talking about every heavy crew. Sorry, every heavy fighter. Oh dear. I'm just going to say every heavy fighter now just like wind you up. Okay, they're heading to Mersing. That would be good actually to have another regiment there to head this way, then head north would be really good to work with. I do have a light cruiser, the Naka. Well, Naka. She's helpful. How important Kuantan? It's working. Oh dear. Okay, I did free man. Okay. Hush up, weeb. Let me go get the whip, like, whoosh, whoosh. Put you back in the weeb mines. Right, okay. What I need to do then is actually figure out a path. It's a difficult one here to figure out due to the fact that we don't have an exact starting position. I'm going to assume he's in this area over here. Yeah, K45 would be great. We might have some in production, I might be thinking of the other game actually. So let's see then to Colombo. Right, we're looking at that. Okay. Isn't the irony delicious? Damn weebs. Oh dear. I could do get an AS organised actually heading to Palembang actually. That would be brilliant. It would give me a lot to work with there. Okay. Yeah, I saw that one actually. What I like about that is the fact that it was in Hiragana and Kanji. There's like no katakana in sight. I'm like, yes, that'll do for me. Oh dear. Right, okay. I'm going to patrol this here, actually. And ideally we figured out where he is. That would be nice. Right, we'll have these guys head down. Yeah, I said Tony. I don't know, we need more. They're not going to make it all the way down there. I mean, I use a lot of fuel there. It could be worthwhile. But I don't think it is. It might be actually just worthwhile to have them head potentially back. Well, then again, they are close, so the targets are here, so might as well have them head towards Cuckoo's Island. Sounds like some sort of, like, amusement park, really, doesn't it? Right, head towards that direction. Then also we'll turn them around when we have fuel available. So we need an AS to be sent in towards Palembang ASAP. Okay, they're heading that way. It's just not gonna be wrong. Oh dear. You've hit the jackpot there. I can't be wrong. Right. Cover that one as well. Right, there we go. So that covered that with the subs there. It's not perfect, but it would be ideal to try and pick up some additional targets. It's good that we at least have a heading in which way he's going. So I'm going to use the submarines around this area to concentrate on that. So we need an AS. Where the hell am I going to find an AS? AS? There we go. I could actually move them both up to Sinkwang this turn, really. We do have the 2 tankers over here, which is excellent. It gives me a sub-chaser to work with. Do I have anything else in port here to work with? Nada. Right. I could dispatch a escort of 2 torpedo boats, actually, to give them a little bit of cover there. Retirement is not allowed. You will refuel. I could have them auto-disband, but it doesn't really particularly matter. Right, what I'm going to do here, then. So they can dock. You can be disbanded. You can load fuel. There we go. What we're going to do then is going to be ASAV. Move them. So escort. So sub-chaser there. Sagala Maru. Right, cruise speed's 15. It's fantastic. It's actually a pretty good sub-chaser there at 1500 endurance. I can work with that. Right, so that's good. So we'd be able to move, not too far today, but that's also due to the fact of the sub-chase event, I'd imagine. That's a lot of ops points used. Probably because it has just arrived. It's handy enough, it's got some depth charges, a 40mm. It's nothing special. And these guys got bigger guns. But to be fair, Jogai is actually, looks like she's purpose-built. Yeah, Jingai class. Jingai class. Jingai. Jingai. Okay. So we'll be able to move out quite quickly there for after. So that's 9 hexes away. 18 to Palembang. We'll get it moving to Palembang. It'd be nice to have the additional AV available there at Palembang. I could even potentially use the AV, maybe like Banjumasan, but even then that's probably a bit far. We'll have to see. We'll get it moving into Palembang, towards Palembang anyhow. I'm looking forward to it. There we go. That's got a good chunk of supply there. But that's good, so that means we'll be able to rearm our submarines there at Palembang if we so wish to do so. Having an additional AV is always a good thing to have there, to boost up the amount of aviation spot we have. But yeah, so as we have Palembang, that's going to change the game here in the Dutch East Indies. We'll get the 22nd, which has already been loaded. That can be shifted over that way. I could bring the transport aircraft down here to Sinkwang, actually. I think I probably would be better off doing so. These guys are being pushed hard, but they can go harder. Right, move them out to Sinkwang. Have them rest this turn. Then they can be moving out tomorrow, once we do capture the base there. Right. Couple sallies there. Move them down to Sinkwang as well. So that's good then. So I don't imagine we'll have a 22nd entirely loaded, but what I can do then is, while the ships are loaded on the 22nd, as soon as Palembang falls, I can start flying across the 22nd airfield till then, and then obviously the rest of it will move in there. Will give us a lot of it in position already. I could potentially move in additional aviation if needs be, additional AA units be handy as well. Okay. Right. Yep, do that. Yep. Excellent. Continue to have you unload. There we go. So we'll also be covering ourselves from the air here. What I'm going to do then is take the Sallies over here. They can move down to Kota. And this is where we ramp up the air campaign against Singapore quite heavily. Once Kuantan's actually repaired to a decent degree, I can get the Ki-48s moving into Kuantan. But it might be that we don't need them by that time. Right, move them to Kota. Right. There we go. Put 20%. Actually, might as well go big today. Set all Ki-21 Sallies there, so 2A Sallies to hit the airfield. These guys are going to be sweeping once again, which is fine. Put them up at 30,000 this time. Now, we have the Ki-43 1As actually acting as cap over here, and obviously as escort to the G3s, yes, indeed. Which is fine. These guys, so they're going to be escorting the force in, but we're going to have the Ki-27s there. It's not bad, really. We are going to still have more. I mean, this is it. It doesn't look like he has any fighters in the airfield now, well, on the airfield. Looks like the... Oh, no, the stream was buffering around for a second, but that's okay. Looks like it's back now. Okay. So we'll launch a attack tomorrow once the tank regiment has arrived. So Georgetown will fall on the 20th of December then. 19th is when the tank regiment arrives. 20th is when the tank regiment and division, sorry, the regiment detachment will attack. So that's good. So 20th of December we'll have Georgetown locked down. A low star is going to take a long time. That just shows you just the sheer difference using the proper roads makes. Let's see. $112. Okay, there's a lot of assets over here. It's pretty hard to tell what we need where. Right, you can remain in position. Right, we'll take a look at the actual infantry. So you're moving north. You're part of 15th Army, okay. So, 55th Division then is at Kuantan and Kota. So I can't reform it anyway. No. I can't move them via rail until we actually possess the base at Temela. Let's see. I don't even know where that is. Oh, it was, Was that base there? Yep, so I was looking for the main airfield. Trying to look if there's any build-up of air power. There's a big airbase there. We do have some detection over there, but we didn't see anything. Right. And so what we're going to be doing then is looking at these airbases down here, just trying to figure out where his actual power is, trying to figure out what assets he has. So they can run reconnaissance there. Okay. Right, you did that. Hey, didn't that rank hard? Good to have you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Well, not seen any BBs in ports. They're likely out this way. Likely out this way. At least we know which direction they're traveling in now. We'll find them. We'll find them. Let's double check this. Right. Keep tabs on that airfield then, really. Okay, so we do have zeros out down this way. We can, but we don't have the range for the zeros with the extended. But what we're going to do is we're already loading up the 22nd Air Flotilla. They're going to be then shifted over here to Palembang in a few days. So, the assets are most likely going to be out of... yeah, they're going to be most likely out of our range by that time. But that's fine. We can get these guys down here, because what I'm going to do is bring the MKB that way. Now, let's see. So it looks like he's definitely going to round here. Have them head south then. Right, so if I take Den Paso as the starting point. And say Perth, I guess. Likely where it's going to be heading, I guess. Okay. A little bit confusing there. I can head just straight down. Right, okay. Though saying that, I can actually pick that up with the cruisers, so I'm probably better off trying to actually get these guys coming out, aren't I? Trying to hit the light cruisers. That would be ideal. Right, start the patrol there. Okay, yep, then pass our... We know where it's heading, which is good. Have them head that way. Still a few ships out there. Right, hence Denpasar. So this is it. Will be landed at Denpasar in about, I think it's about 2 days from now. We'll land there. So this is it. It's really, really up in the ante, to be honest. Right. So I can bring my light cruiser, sorry, heavy cruisers out that way. Okay. So the thing to bear in mind as well is we want to make sure we're out of range of these airfields, but he's not going to have a huge deal of assets to actually throw against us yet. So we're going to aim to intercept along this point over here, really. which is what we want there. So let's see. Right, they can head straight that way. If they're fast, they'll be moving at 8 hexes per turn, so we'll take a fast task force sort of estimate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want to be heading down this way, really. Now, let's see. It'd probably be worthwhile having one head, possibly a little bit further to the north. I mean, spreading them out would be a good idea. So we'll have you head that a little bit further. What I can do then is have them react. There we go. Okay. So what's going to happen here then is they're all going to be heading down towards this point here. So these assets will be able to likely destroy, which is going to be great. I've also got the BP force heading to link up with these guys here, so that's going to give us a very strong force to work with. We're going to be flying out torpedoes from Kandari, which is going to be fantastic. Right. There we go. Same for the zeros here then. Okay. Right, there we go. So, we can run 14, which is fantastic news. It would be excellent if we had more fighter capability. Like, if I had some aviation support over here, it'd be brilliant. I don't have a lot of supply in the port of Makassar, though, so I can't do too much for that. Right, they're heading back in there. Yeah, so we'll have a good few thousand tons of fuel on board the oilers to make use of then. So what we can do then is actually have the oilers made ready to move out this way. We'll likely, I mean, this is it. The world's really kind of our oyster at this moment in time. So we're going to send the subs out this way, try and figure out where he is. And let's take a look. Palembang. Oh, that's real. If I could get H6K4s or run G4s on max range on naval search out that way, we might be able to get a real good idea what's out this way. And we are taking over subs over here. But I think it's definitely worthwhile. Because what we're looking towards doing is trying to hit his assets that are leaving. The assets that remain, we're likely going to be able to finish off shortly anyhow. Right, okay. I do want these other BBs to be able to be rearmed. Akashino's, fine, actually. Right. May be able to rearm them. Put them into ports. So. Right click for ammo. Looks like she can't rearm them today, or is it because she doesn't have enough on board? Yeah, looks like her tender's dry. No tender. Okay. I think we follow anyway. Everyone knows it's ideal to have them fully rearmed. It would mean that they're lacking the main munitions of their guns there. They still have the secondaries going. Still got the A, which is fine. They still have some munitions for their main guns, so it's not too bad. We're not going to have a terrible amount of service challenge in the area. It is something to bear in mind, but we do still have other BBs that are on hand to help us. So we'll put it back in there. Have it follow the MKB. Rifle and Task Force 9. Yeah, absolute. What we'll likely look at doing then is moving Casino down to Kopang if we can. That would be brilliant. If I take a look. Active ships, so... Ships under repair. Auxiliaries. We're looking at 10 days now before the first AKs will even arrive. Yeah. I mean, once they do arrive, then things do become significantly easier, but I obviously do have to babysit the casino like crazy. I could leave her here at Kandara to keep her safe, but it might be worthwhile to have her move down to Kopang. It would give us the ability to rearm out the way. But we'll see, we'll see. Right, okay. Let's see. I might have that BB force actually moved in directly. Perhaps. It wouldn't be a bad idea. I think what we'll do then is that then actually. Yeah, they're not likely to actually join battle. Okay. Let's see, DDs. Endurance. Right. Was 109 the 145? 109 is... Let's see. Well, the good news is the port is more or less safe from submarine attack when they're actually docked. I am somewhat reluctant to mine it, but it probably is worthwhile mining, I guess. It is the central hub in the area, so I think it is worthwhile adding a little bit of protection. We'll see what we have in terms of mine laying. I'm not going to put down on many. Put down as little as possible, really. Oof, that's a lot. No, it's a good point, but I'm not going to mine it yet, because I don't have... I'd rather have lots of little minefields than one big minefield. We'll hold on to that, because there's a lot of mines just put out there. Something like that would be more useful elsewhere, but we'll figure out where in the future, really. Aye, right. These kind of foot can move up now. There we go. Move them to Kandari. And that gives us some actual cover over the base here, which is good. There we go. And there goes another 4 zeros here that are ready to move today. Excellent news. That's really good. Move them to Kandari. Oh, is it bad weather? Oh, there we go. It's because they're not using the drop tanks, that's why. Move them to Kandari. It's a long way to go, to be fair. Okay, these fellows are not ready yet. They're not ready to move either. Tojo's I can't, for some reason, use drop tanks, which is odd. So we're almost at level 2 fortification over here, which is good. I may just have these second, because they're not far out now. Let's see, they've got 15 hexes to go there. That one's 12. What do I have here in terms of actual escort? Not a huge amount. 3 sub-chasers in Port Bataan Island. Low on fuel, of course, because we need some fuel there. Right. So, you're not going to be in position to land next turn, but I tell you what we can do is actually take these destroyers here. They can meet the force over here, then what I can do is actually split that up and have them head to separate ports. There we go. Tank is in position here. That's a lot of endurance, that's really quite good. Okay. To be fair, it would be nice to actually get some fuel down to Bataan Island. So I'm going to leave you here. Get you moving out to Kamran. And there we go. What I'll do then is take in here. So 1,250 is fine. Take 2 sub-chasers. There we go. I mean, that'll keep that going for a while. Load fuel. Head to Bataan Island. I am eager to make Bataan Island actually a useful little base there. Like an AG be good as well. So they're moving out. PB there. AV there. I could probably move out the AV here, no problem. I don't very much like to do so. Ashigara. Question is, do we need to keep Ashigara off Luzon? How you doing there, Wesley? I want to play this game, but it looks so daunting. Oh man, the best part about the game is you can just take your time. Absolutely, just take your time. Get used to playing it. Like the first campaign I played was trash. The THG game, I've made a lot of mistakes, a whole lot of mistakes. In this game, I've still made mistakes, but this is it. The more you play, the better you get. Things just take time to click, really. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's what makes the game so fun, really. Okay. Right, let's see. Let's go extra demons over here now, which is good. Should potentially have a couple more available at Kamran to be moved across. Right, no, not yet. So the good news is we are running a lot of naval search in this area over here by Luzon. Sorry, by the Philippines and obviously by Mindanao. I should have a DD actually on its way over here. Yes, there we are. I still don't have the troops. That's taken a long time, actually. Surprisingly long time. And we're going to have a little bit of a coy moved over there to Butuanga, so I can actually then run a little bit of naval search over that way, even then potentially pull them out. How many men are actually here? It's a decent chunk of the unit. I'm going to then pull out shortly. I should have... Right, but on their way there. There's going to have to be a reorganisation here. And what we'll do then is likely, once Singapore falls, it will prepare for the immediate invasion of Java, which is likely going to be entirely possible. Those subs are headed down that way. That's cool. Those subs are heading towards Darwin. Alright, let's see. So if we were to do Darwin... Well, so Denpasar to Darwin. So he could head that way. Now let's say from that position there. And let's say he heads to Darwin. Which I doubt he's going to do. He may do it though. So that's something we're going to be prepared for. So we'll cover this area here. Where was it? There we go. But now, Wesley, feel free to join the Discord. There should be a link somewhere in the videos, or there'll be a link somewhere. And just feel free to ask questions. It's a really good place to actually begin learning. We have a lot of resources there hosted, so you can actually easily download them. They're explained in how to actually install, etc. Okay. Actually, going to swap these around so it goes in the opposite direction. There we go. Don't worry about it. You can join the Discord. I'll get your link actually. Let me get your link. It's well worth doing. If you feel like you have any anxiety about playing the game, there's no problem in doing so. Let's see. Invite people. Never. No limits. There we go. Post that link in the chat. There you go, my friend. Okay. Actually does bring me to a great point. I am going to bring this stream to an end about here now, actually. And I'll decide if we need to do another stream to continue it. But I'm going to try and aim to get the stream sent off. Well, get the turn sent off today, really. That'll be the aim. So what I'll do then is look through the actual turn, decide what needs to be done, and we'll see about that. But I'm going to read out my lovely patrons. You lovely people that help me out so very much. So, a big thank you to Mr. Baines, BLeAcHACiD, Deepak Duck, Dingo Batwall, Eric Wild, Erkkijuusto, Eric, I'm just going to say Eric Justo, George Kilgore, Gregory VanHouten, Iceycrome, the sassy son of a bitch that he is, Imperator Thrawn, James Lindsay, Lord Luba, Mike Tolson, Paul Sanders, Raphael, my favourite Bordeaux gentleman, Rick Chambers, Rick Blinson, will admit he's Singaporean one day, Sam Spatch, not seen Spatch in a while, but I like him, SunYan, my big daddy, he's like my sugar daddy, Talent 1DE, thank you very much, The Forgotten, Who Isn't Forgotten, and Tin Lindholm, thank you so very much for it, ladies and gentlemen, it really is much appreciated, it really goes a long way to helping out. The good news is, most likely university this year, if we're able to actually go to universities, where I will be studying Japanese studies and history, which is quite amusing because my Japanese pronunciation isn't great. Thank you very much for reminding me there, IC. But it'll be fine. Until later, guys. See you later. Thank you very much. There's a link there to my Patreon if you guys would like to become a backer. It's much appreciated. And goodbye. If you guys could like the video, that'd be much appreciated, as the YouTube overlords are arseholes. Goodbye for now. Ta-da, Hika Banzai, and, I'm going to say, yeah, it's not good night. I'll say konbanwa, even though it's more like afternoon at this moment in time, really, isn't it? So, sayonara.